following is a presentation of the Reviewing Network Sports.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch Preseason Halftime Report, where the Pittsburgh Steelers are leading 14-10. They were up 14-3 in the first quarter, but the Bills came back swinging in the second quarter with 7 points of their own to make it 14-10. Will Howard, 69 passing yards on the day, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Definitely an improvement over the week before, where the Steelers scored no points, so there's that. Lou Nichols with 40 rushing yards, Max Herman with 25 receiving yards. Jerry Bernard did have a touchdown catch on one of the touchdowns by Will Howard. The other one was Lake McCree. For the Buffalo Bills, Shane Buechele, 180 passing yards. Frank Gore Jr. for rushing yards, 19 rushing yards, 8 carries, 1 touchdown, and what is this guy's name? Skylar Bell. Good Lord. Skylar Bell with 35 receiving yards for the Buffalo Bills. Fedarian Mathis with a sack for the Buffalo Bills. Wes Welchoff has had 1 as well. It says according to this that he's suspended, so it's interesting that he's playing this. Maybe he gets to play in this one and then doesn't get to play in the regular season. But DeMar Hamlin had the interception by Will Howard. So that's where we currently stand right now in terms of the scores in particular here. So let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for, and that is my preseason NFL power rankings. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see here, this is definitely it's very much my personal opinion on it, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me on this, but I think we can all agree that the Browns, the Jets, the Saints, and the Cardinals are definitely at the bottom of the barrel on the teams of this list here, at numbers 29 through 32. But number 5, I have the Los Angeles Rams. They were pretty good last year overall. They were this close to potentially being the team to beat in the Super Bowl had they beaten the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC Championship game, but of course, they made some big moves this offseason. Getting Myles Garrett is a big move from Cleveland. So the hope is that the Rams could make it to the Super Bowl next year, which they'll be hosting, which will lead to my conspiracy theories about that season being particularly rigged in 2021. Maybe the same thing happens in 2026. I've got the Seattle Seahawks at number 4, even though they are missing a lot of their key players overall. Of course, Kenneth Walker is now a Kansas City Chief. So, hopefully, the Seattle Seahawks can continue the momentum they've been building on. Mike McDonald's been a pretty good head coach for them so far, and the results have spoken for themselves. The Super Bowl win, defeating the Demons of the past with New England last year in the Super Bowl, and they'll do it again to kick the season off this Wednesday, September the 9th. Not this Wednesday, September the 9th, but you get the idea. Wednesday, September 9th is when that's happening. Number 3, I've got the Chicago Bears. I think the Chicago Bears, if they could continue on the momentum they had last season, with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams progressing as coach and quarterback, I think this could be a dangerous team overall and could be the team to beat in the NFC in general here. I think they could definitely be a team to watch out for, especially with how they got so close to the championship last year. If it wasn't for one fatal mistake by Caleb Williams in overtime, the Bears probably win that game against the Rams. At number 2, I have got the Baltimore Ravens. One of the teams that have a new head coach in there, Jesse Minter, of course, the new head coach. A lot is riding on him now, especially now that a lot of the teams in the league are now gone. A lot of the teams in that division are now gone, and Zach Taylor's the only one still sticking in there for the Cincinnati Bengals. And Baltimore, I think, definitely this is probably their last great chance before the tide begins to turn for Lamar Jackson in particular. I heard a crazy rumor today about possibly the Jets looking to not only pair Lamar Jackson as the starting quarterback, but Mike Tomlin as the head coach of the Steelers, which, if you remember, when Lamar Jackson was being drafted, I said the Steelers should have drafted him, but no, they decided to go with Mason Rudolph, and the rest is history there. But let's just say if that happens, I would not be a happy person there. But And the number one team on the preseason power rankings is the Buffalo Bills, which I think the Bills right now have proven that they are a team to be messed with. They're a team that is very good, and now here's their opportunity to see if Sean McDermott really was the problem here, or is it just the Bills in general? Are they just a cursed team that is just doomed to never win a Super Bowl? Because think about what happened last year. No Joe Burrow, no Patrick Mahomes, and yet you still didn't make it past the first round, past the second round. You lost to a Denver Broncos team that limped into the AFC Championship game, and it's just like, something's got to give here. And Sean McDermott's firing might have been a little much, but maybe that's the move to make here. They've been pretty good so far in the preseason. That's why I have them at the top of the list here so far. But so there you go. There's the rest of the list of the preseason power rankings there too, if you want to take a quick look at those. But like I said, we will cover more of this when we get to the NFL Network special coming up, season opener coming up next Wednesday night, as I'll reveal my Week 1 predictions then. And then we'll be back to our regular schedule 2 weeks after that, because like I said, I'm going on vacation the week when the regular season starts. But stick around for just a second here. We'll come back and we'll run down a recap of the schedule for the 2026 season here on the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch. All right, welcome back, everybody. Just a quick reminder of the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch 2026 schedule. We have several games to take a look at here, including what originally was supposed to be the Week 1 opener was the Atlanta and Pittsburgh, but of course that's not happening now since I'm going to Orlando that weekend. So the season officially will then begin on Sunday, September 20th. Sunday, September 20th. I just wanted to make sure I got that right. When we'll see the Indianapolis Colts take the Kansas City Chiefs on. Week 3 will be the Rams at the Broncos. Then Week 6, Cowboys and Packers. Micah Parsons potentially returning for that game from injury from his ACL. Week 7, Kansas City at Seattle, the Kenneth Walker revenge game. Week 8, Philadelphia and Washington. Week 9, Tampa Bay and Chicago. Week 11, Minnesota and San Francisco live in Mexico. Week 12, Thanksgiving night, our first Thanksgiving night game. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills, and then the Sunday night game, New England at Los Angeles, a rematch of the AFC wildcard game. Week 14, the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Week 15, the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Week 16, Jacksonville at Dallas. Week 17, Philadelphia and San Francisco, and of course the Week 18 finale, plus of course the postseason schedule too of the wildcard game, divisional round game, championship game, Super Bowl, you name it. Obviously no Pro Bowl because that's no longer a thing anymore. And thank God for that. I think we can all agree that was the right move by the NFL. So, overall, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 games, regardless of missing that Week 1 schedule. 18 games coming your way in the regular season. That, of course, starts on Sunday, September 20th with the Colts and the Chiefs. So that's going to do it for us here on the Halftime Report. When we come back, the second half of the Steelers and Bills gets underway. Steelers will get the ball to start the second half, up 14-10. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, everybody, we are back with the start of the third quarter here. Steelers about to get the ball back as they are up 14-10. Buffalo slowly but surely creeping their way back after the Steelers took a 14-3 lead in the first quarter. Will Howard's night likely done, so that means we're going to see Drew Aller, the third-round selection for the Steelers out of Penn State, taking the field for much of the rest of this game here. And after that, all bets are off. If an injury happens, I don't know what happens there. Just will Howard come back into the game, or does somebody else come in to take his place? 98 yards of total offense for the Steelers in that first half. One is 12 minutes and 53 seconds of playing time. Buffalo had 120 yards, 17 minutes and 7 seconds of playing time. Oh, those are shown on the TV. 51 rushing yards for the Steelers, 25 rushing for the Bills, 95 passing yards for the Bills, 47 for the Steelers. And penalties, 4 of 30 for the Steelers, 3 of 30 for the Bills. So everything kind of setting itself into play on the front there as we're getting ready for the kickoff here. It looks like Eli Heidenreich and Caden Weechin are waiting for the kickoff. It's 30 minutes away from the end of the first game of the final week of the preseason, and the first game of the season here for the Reviewing Network Live Sunday Night NFL Rewatch. This is Eli Heidenreich. Heidenreich trying to find a lane, gets away from one tackler but not another one. Good run back there, and here comes Drew Aller. That, by the way, was a 32-yard gain up to from the 7 to the 35-yard line. So there you go. Durrell looked pretty good in both games. I mean, he didn't really do much to get them on the scoring board in the second half of the last game, but he was pretty good in that first game against the Green Bay Packers. I don't think he's that bad, though. I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. Eli Heidenreich in the backfield. And they'll give it to Heidenreich. Heidenreich gets a couple of yards on that one. About 4 on that one, so it'll be 2nd and 6. By the way, scoring update. Cleveland is up 14-7 with 3:14 to go over New England. That's on Prime Video. And the first half is coming to an end. The first quarter is coming to an end in Las Vegas with a 6-0 lead over the 49ers. But the 49ers are driving at the 8-yard line of Vegas. 2nd and 6 coming up on the 36-yard line. Heidenreich still in the backfield. Give it to him again. And not much on that one. Gets about a yard on that one. Again, Fedarian Mathis. Which is weird because on ESPN it says he's suspended and on injured reserve. So I don't know how he's playing in this game. But again, he could be suspended and could still play in the preseason, though. That could be just it, though. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 with 13:45 to go here in the third quarter. Weechin on the move. Allard to throw. Allard fires, and that is complete to Caden Weechin for a gain of 7 yards there. That's a first down for the Steelers. And Drew Allard making his first throw of the night successfully. 7 yards on that one. So a new set of downs for the Steelers at the 44-yard line. Allard to throw again. Quick toss there. That is to number 82. That is Jameer Bell, the backup tight end, for a gain of about 2 on that one. Tackled by Couch and Jones. 2nd and 8 coming up. 12 with 12:56 to go in the third. Another look at Mike McCarthy. So 2nd and 8 coming up. Heidenreich in the backfield again. Give it to Heidenreich. Heidenreich has a lane. Heidenreich's going to get close to a first down. He's going to be a little bit short, though. Gain of 7 yards on that one. Thus far, Heidenreich has 3 carries, 12 yards on this opening drive of the third quarter. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 in the Buffalo territory at the 47-yard line. I really hope they don't get rid of this guy, because that would have been, it was a great human interest story when he got selected by the Steelers at the draft, and just to let him go after that just because he's a 7th rounder, that would be devastating, I think. Can the Steelers keep this drive going, though? 4 of 8 on 3rd down so far. They'll give it to him again, and this time he will have the first down. Gets 4 on that one, tackled by Mike Dana. New set of downs for the Steelers as they continue this drive. 11:37 to go in the third quarter. Just getting started here. Heidenreich getting a break on the sidelines, so let's see who they're going to bring in here. I think Lou Nichols is still in the play in the second half. Caleb Johnson, okay, so Caleb Johnson is going to get the play. From the 43 of Buffalo, they're going to give it to him. And Caleb Johnson with a nice start to his night. Gain of 5 on that one. 2nd and 5 coming up. 3rd round selection for the Steelers last year. Did not get much playing time last year. Cleveland just added the field goal. They're up 17-7 as the first quarter is coming to an end there. 2nd and 5 coming up. Johnson still in the backfield. Hurlman on the move. Fake it. Aller fires. Wide open. That's Hurlman. Breaks away from the tackle to the 15 and down all the way to the 14-yard line. A massive play there. Is it a flag, though? Oh, no, it isn't. ESPN just updated it. A 25-yard throw there. Drew Aller 3 for 3 thus far on this opening drive, 34 yards, and including a 25-yarder to Max Hurlman. So that takes Hurlman now to 50 yards on the night with 3 receptions. As we're now under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Big play there. So from the 13-yard line, give it to Heidenreich. Gets down to the 9-yard line. Pick up a 4 on that one. So far, Heidenreich has 5 carries, 20 yards on this drive. As we're now at 9:30 to go in the third. 2nd and 6 coming up. Heidenreich was tackled by Dana and Gaines on that last drive, on that last play. San Francisco has now made it a field goal game, 6-3. Vegas with a lead. 2nd and 6, under 9 minutes, coming up on under 9 minutes to go. Aller to throw. Fires it. Tipped and nearly intercepted. Intended for Jacoby Keeney-James. Kendall was the one who almost had the pick. 3rd and 6 coming up, and that's the first incompletion of the night for Drew Aller. 3rd and 6. And he almost had a chance to run it back, too, if he caught it. 3rd and 6. Flip to Heidenreich, who's got a little bit of a lane. He's got the first down, and he's got the touchdown! Eli Heidenreich with a touchdown. And the Steelers, on a very productive opening drive, extends their lead. It's 20-10, pending the extra point to come. It could be 21-10. First touchdown for Eli Heidenreich, the 7th-round pick out of Navy, with a nice lane there. No question about that one. That is indeed a touchdown. Caleb Johnson giving him some support. Here's Chris Boswell with a kick. And it is now 21-10. Very productive opening drive for to start the second half of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Drew Aller, very effective on that one there. It's 21-10, 8:55 to go in the third. Back with more after this. All right, we are back, everybody. Eli Heidenreich runs it in for the touchdown to give the Steelers the 21-10 lead. And you see him right now on the screen. 11 plays, 68 yards, 6 minutes and 5 seconds taken off the clock as Eli Heidenreich runs it in from 9 yards out with a touchdown. So Buffalo gets their first drive of the second half. Who is this? Dante Pettis. And not much there. Taken to the 21-yard line. So showing Eli Heidenreich's records he set at Navy. 4 receiving records. Showing him in the Army-Navy game. He could be really good, man. I hope the Steelers keep him around. Again, I think it would be a dick move to have that great human interest story of him coming to the draft and then getting selected by his hometown team, only to cut him before the season began. I hope that doesn't happen. So Shane Buechele still in the game for the Bills as they pass it to Frank Gore. He's 2nd and 5 coming up there. So do the Bills don't have anyone else playing? Well, they have Kyle Allen. I wonder why he's not playing. Maybe they're waiting for the fourth quarter for him. It's weird. Shane Buechele is still playing in the third quarter. So 2nd and 5 here. Give it again to Gore, and Gore's going to get close to a first down. Not quite. Carson Bruner able to stop him, so it'll be 3rd and 1 coming up with 8:06 to go in the third quarter. Of course, as always, I should tell you that the Reviewing Network Live is new episodes every Monday afternoon at 12 p.m. I record them on Sunday nights, so just want to remind you of that. So Mondays at 12, you can check out new episodes of the Reviewing Network Live right here on this channel. So 3rd down and 1. Michel to throw. Michel lets it go, and that is caught for a first down. That is Ben Van Sumeren. Ben Van Sumeren, undrafted Michigan Stater. Needed only one on that one. They got 2, so a new set of downs for the Buffalo Bills. Left him wide open, too. New set of downs for the Bills. About 7:05 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gives it to Gore again. Pickup of about, looks like 3 or 4. Do we have a flag? Nope. 4 yards on that one. Frank Gore right now 10 carries, 27 yards plus that 1 touchdown. And it was a mix of Landon Roberts and Brandon Eccles taking him down. 2nd and 6 coming up. Have to get to the 42-yard line. Michel to throw. Finds an open lane. First down there, and there he goes. Frank Gore Jr. still on the move. Past the 50, past the 45, down to the 40. Gain of 24 yards on that one. So that's a first down in Pittsburgh territory for the Buffalo Bills. And that takes Frank Gore to 5 receptions, 45 yards on the night. Gain of 24 on that one, so it's a new set of downs for the Bills. Again, wide open lane. Wide open lane. From the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Gore, nope. Michel still has it, fires, again, wide open. That's Skylar Bell now. And now Skylar Bell's taking over Frank Gore with 47 yards on the leading receiving yards. Pick up a 12 on that one, a new set of downs. 28-yard line of Pittsburgh. Michel took a hit on that one. But again, wide ass open. Wide ass open. So once again, the Bills are on the move here. Trying to get back in this game, down by 11. Under 5 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Moving quickly. This is a quick one. That is to number 13. That is Bell. That's a touchdown. A rushing touchdown for Skylar Bell. And the Bills are back in it, down by just 5, potentially maybe going for 2. A 28-yard run for Skylar Bell, and the Bills are right back in it. Once again, an open lane. Open lane. So Skylar Bell gets the touchdown, and now will they go for 2? That probably would be the smart move to do. Progressive drive for the Buffalo Bills. 2 good drives by both teams. They're going to kick the field goal. Tyler Bass missed all of last season. Just barely gets that one through. So it's 21-17. It's a close one, folks. We have got a real barn burner here, and can the Steelers keep it up? They're down. It's back down by 4 again. Back up by 4 again. So we'll find out when we come back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Quick scoring update from the 2 games that are currently going on right now. Cleveland is up 20-7 over New England. There are about 9:20 to go in that one in the 2nd quarter. 9:57 to go in the 2nd quarter of the Vegas 49ers game. The Vegas Raiders up 6-3. And the Raiders are back at their 14-yard line. New England's trying to close in on a scoring drive here. But Skylar Bell with a touchdown from 28 yards out, rushing. Puts the Bills back within 4 points of the game here, 21-17. With 4:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tommy Doman punts this one away. And it's going to be a touchback. Drew Aller with a very impressive opening drive to start the second half. And here comes the interviews here with, I think this is Derek Harmon, who was the first-round pick for the Steelers last year, I believe. Yep, second year for him. 21st overall pick. So while they do this, I will definitely give you the play-by-plays on here as we come down to the final, less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Steelers, can they hold on to this lead? I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm just killing time here. Just killing time. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 35. Aller scrambles, gets out of the pressure, gets a throw there, and that is, I believe, caught. Is that caught or out of bounds? Incomplete. Intended for the tight end Lance Mason, so that is an incomplete pass. Drew Aller 3 for 4 on that drive on the opening drive, 34 yards. 2nd and 10 coming up. So 2nd and 10 coming up from the 35-yard line. This is Heidenreich again. And Heidenreich is not going to get much, if anything, probably about 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up. Heidenreich's night so far, 7 carries, 31 yards, 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown gave the Steelers the brief 11-point lead before Buffalo came back with this touchdown drive of their own. Showing the offensive coordinator, Brian Anceluto. 3rd and 8 coming up. As we're getting close to the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. 3rd and 8. Aller to throw. Aller with time. Going for the deep ball down the field. And is that incomplete? Yes. No flags. I'm surprised. Like it's like they haven't been throwing pass interference throws calls in this game. I'm shocked. Anyway, Levi Wentz was the intended receiver on that one, and that one probably should have been pass interference. So that's a quick 3 and out for the Steelers there. As Cameron Johnston punts this away. It's McCole Hardman again. Good punt. Hardman finds a little bit of a lane to the 31-yard line. And that is where Buffalo will start their next drive. 21-17 Steelers with the lead, but here come the Bills, and we will take a break. We'll be back in just a moment. Back for action here. Steelers up by 4, but the Bills have a drive going here. Have a drive that's about to start here. And a reminder, like I said, next week, the NFL Network season premiere, where we'll take a look at the Week 1 predictions and the first Week 1 power rankings. It's being done a week early because I'm going on vacation when Week 1 starts on Wednesday, September the 9th. So that's why you're getting it a week early. So anyway, back to the game here. 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at the 31-yard line. Still Shane Buechele as the quarterback. Buechele to throw. Wants to go deep. Nope. His catch made, but he gets walloped right there. Ian Wheeler on that one. I thought Buechele was going to throw that ball deep down the field, but no, it does not look like that. That's Jacoby Windman on the tackle there. A big tackle there, too. I mean, he hit him hard. Again, I'm kind of shocked they didn't throw a flag on that. By the way, update in the Cleveland-New England game. Cleveland now up 20-10 with 6:15 to go in the second quarter of that one. No score changes in the Vegas 49ers game. It's still 6-3 Raiders. 2nd and 6 to Wheeler again. And again stopped. Whole bunch of people coming to him. Jameson, Holcomb, you name it. But he did get one on that one. So it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Homegrown talent. Joey Porter Jr., Christian Kunitz, Jaquan Brisker, Daquan Hardy, Eli Heidenreich, Levi Wentz, Alex Tezga. Of course, Joey Porter Jr. from North Allegheny, Chartreuse Valley for Kunitz, Brisker Gateway, Hardy Penn Hills, Heidenreich Mount Lebanon. 3rd down and 5. With 2:31 to go in the 3rd. Bocello throw again. Going for another deep shot down the field, and he had a man there, but it dropped. It was Skylar Bell again. Again, no pass interference penalty. I'm kind of surprised. Very surprised, honestly. So a quick 3 and out there. It looked like there was some progression there, and that's one that definitely Skylar Bell should have had. Like, yeah, just couldn't get his hands on the ball. And it was Jamison again who was able to stop that tackle, so stop that football from getting into his hands. So 3 and out for the Bills, as now I keep forgetting this guy's name. Dorman, I think it is. Punts it away to Caden Weechin. Weechin all the way in the back. Weechin trying to got hit by his own man, and there it goes. So the punt does not go for much, and Drew Allo will have to start all the way back into Buffalo territory, into his own territory. Excuse me. I got it right, Tommy Dolman. So take a break. Back for more in just a second. All right, we are back, and Steelers starting way back into their own territory, all the way back at the 10-yard line. So it's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was a 5, but 5-10 yard line. It's still pretty bad. So let's see what happens here. A long way to go. 90 yards to get some points. Caleb Johnson in the backfield. They'll give it to him, and Johnson with a nice start there. Pick up 6 yards there for a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4. Tackled by Otis Reed the 4th, as we see the position room. Jalen Warren, of course, Rico Dowdle, Lou Nichols. We saw him earlier in the game. He currently still has the most rushing yards in this game, 40. And then you also have Travis Homer, Eli Eidenreich, and Riley Nowakowski. A lot of guys in that running back room, and it'll be definitely cut down before it's all said and done. 2nd and 4. Johnson still in the backfield. 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Johnson's got a lane, but he can't get the first down. Pickup of about 2 on that one. He had a chance to get open. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Pushed out of bounds by Jordan Dunbar. So 3rd down and 2 coming up. Caleb Johnson with 3 carries, 13 yards, and a little bit of back and forth between Johnson and Dunbar. Ordinarily, I would say don't do this, but apparently the refs are taking the night off here because they have not thrown many flags in the second half at all. 3rd and 2, play clock down to 1. They got to get off. They do. Aller fires. That's a catch made. That's number 45, Lance Mason, and that's a first down. 13 yards on that one, and they'll have to get at least one more play off before the end of the quarter. We're at 40 seconds now, but the clock already had started before that happened, after the catch was made. So get at least one more play off of there. That's the backup tight end Lance Mason with his first catch of the night, first of 2 targets. 1st and 10 from the 31. Give it to Johnson, and not much there. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So that is the way the 3rd quarter is going to come to an end. Steelers trying to keep the drive alive, keep the scoreboard from getting out of hand. Up 21-17. So let's take a break, and we'll leave you with the soothing sounds of the one, the only, Mr. Al Michaels over on Amazon Prime Video. This is great.
That is Lake Erie. We think it is still called Lake Erie on the right. We're not quite sure at this point.
Yeah.
But we'll be by Lake something like Ontario or whatever it's going to be called by the time we get to Buffalo. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Some of us do.
Some of us do.
Yeah, right. Read the news.
I don't care what anybody says, man. I still love Al Michaels. If you don't know what he's talking about, if you've been living under a rock for the last 24 hours, well, first of all, you missed that Peter Cullen died. So, yeah, 3 major deaths in the last 3 days. But also, our president has decided, because he wants to be in a war with everybody, and he's in a trade battle with Canada, he's decided that Lake Ontario is now called Lake America. Yeah. Yeah, that's I think that's all that needs to be said about that. But yeah, I don't care what anybody says, man. I know Al Michaels gets a bad rap, but I still love this dude, man. I mean, I love that he just says what's on his mind and does not give a shit at all. So there you go. That's how we'll wrap up this third quarter here. Fourth quarter coming up next. Back to start the fourth quarter. The Steelers up by 4. They have the ball right now. They're trying to keep this lead afloat. Of course, they did not score any points in the loss to the Jets last week. Lost that one by a bunch. 17-0. It felt like a bunch, but fourth quarter here, as we look at Joe Brady, the Buffalo Bills head coach. And we see Steelers fans making their way up. As I said, it's only a 3-hour drive from here to Buffalo. 2nd and 11 to start the fourth quarter. Steelers up by 4. Drew Aller to start the quarterback. Aller's going to throw. Finds, that's Lance Mason again for another first down. 11 yards on that one, and the drive continues. Drew Aller now sitting at 5 of 8 for 58 yards. Will Howard's at 69, so another 11-yard completion will put him over Will Howard for the game. As we've got, who is this? Troy Furtado, first overall pick a couple years ago for the Steelers. 1st and 10 from the 41. Aller still has it. Aller scrambling. Aller's still trying to go. Fires it. That's complete. That is 2. We have a flag down. Nope. Lance Mason again for another 7-yard completion on that one. Tackled out of bounds by Owens. So Aller now sitting at 6 of 9 for 65 yards, as we see Ianachor making his NFL debut in this game here. Missed the first 2 games, the first overall pick for the Steelers. We've got a tied game in Las Vegas, tied at 6 there. Cleveland has just taken it as extended its lead, 27-10, with 2:32 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 3 here in Buffalo. Steelers up by 4. Aller hands it off to Johnson, and not much there. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Wande Owens with another tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up. Reminder, there is another game coming up at 10 o'clock here. That'll be the Rams and the Chargers at 10 p.m. over on the NFL Network, and then Friday and Saturday, and then that's it. There's no games on Sunday, which I feel like is a wasted opportunity there, but maybe the NFL saw the future, and maybe they want to get people to watch 9 to 5 on ABC to honor Dolly Parton. 3rd and 4 here. Going for a deep ball down the field. The Weech not there. Incomplete. But no, you didn't see that 9 to 5 is playing on ABC's Wonderful World of Disney this week because of the death of Dolly Parton. So it's gonna be cool. I'll be interested in watching that overall. Like I love that movie in particular. It's be interesting in watching it on television. In fact, I like the Wonderful World of Disney this year. I like the fact that they are not just going straight for like the classic Disney movies. They're going to like the 20th Century Fox movies as well. As Cameron Johnston punts this one away, and it'll be a fair catch by Dante Pettis at the 9-yard line. That's where Buffalo will begin their drive. 21-17, Buffalo with the ball. Will we see Buchel again, or will it be Kyle Allen? We'll find out in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody, as we get a look at Eli Heidenreich, who scored the touchdown in the third quarter for the Steelers to make it 21-17. Buffalo, however, has the ball right now, and they're showing some highlights from Heidenreich's night tonight. Question is Shane Buchel's night over? Or is he going to play the rest of the game here? Checking to see if there's any updates in the 2 games that are happening right now. There are not. Then tomorrow, of course, we have a couple of games. Washington and Baltimore will kick it off at 6 p.m. Atlanta, Miami, which apparently too was fighting for his chance to be in the game, to play that game for the season. Buechele's still hanging in there. Gets a quick toss there to Skylar Bell, who is still in the game as well. But yeah, from what I just saw, Tua might not be guaranteed the starting position for the Falcons in this game, for this season, even though they signed him from Miami, who they'll be playing tomorrow. Houston and Carolina, and then New York and the New York Jets, Tampa Bay and Jacksonville. Anything else? Saints and Cowboys, Cardinals, Packers, Seahawks, Chiefs, Bengals, Eagles, Vikings, Broncos. That's tomorrow, and then 2 games on Saturday. Lions and the Colts, and the Bears and the Titans. Back to the game here. 2nd and 4 is now about to become 2nd and 9. That's the offensive tackle, Demetrius Weatherspoon. So that'll take him back to the 9-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. Shane Buechele's night so far, 20 of 29. Good night for him, 160 yards. No touchdowns as of yet. This is Wheeler. And Wheeler, another flag is down. But that might be against the Steelers. Up. Charlie Batch is actually getting it right for a change. He's been wrong he and Bob have been wrong the last couple of weeks. I will say this, though. After a rough start at the beginning, this game's moving about as normal as you'd expect it to be right now. So that was actually a penalty on Skinner. Offensive holding, so it'll take him all the way back to the 7-yard line and negate that first down by Ian Wheeler. So now it's 2nd and 12 from the 7-yard line. Wheeler in the backfield still. Buechele running out of time. Gets away from one tackler, but can't get away from the other. Close to a safety, but did get it out of there. So 3rd and 12 coming up, and that was actually Anthony Good. That was Goodlow. Anthony Goodlow. Yeah, Anthony Goodlow. That was close to being a safety. It's an incomplete pass. So 3rd and 12 at the 1.5-yard line. Sack there by Goodlow. So it'll be a markup. So it'll be now 3rd and 18 and all the way back at the Buffalo 1-yard line. And Josh Allen, Shane Buechele is not, but he's been doing pretty good so far tonight. So now they're all the way back. 3rd and 18. Again, KDKA is saying it's 3rd and 17. Buechele fires it. Not there for Shane Zylstra. So that'll be a quick 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills, and should give the Steelers some good field position to kind of take this to the end, take this to the finish line. That is Gillabrew, I think, who was around that area. Number 21. Jalen Gillabrew, new rookie. Alright, so all the way back for the punter. Got to be careful here. Does get in the way. Weegen's going to have a chance. Into Buffalo territory. Gets away from one, gets away from another, and there he goes. Past the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Caden Weechen finally gets a run back. And it's now 27-17. He's a 45-yard run back for a touchdown. That's what they've been waiting for. Excellent run back right there by Caden Weechen, the rookie. Steelers do not get many special teams touchdowns, but they definitely got one there. And that's why they got a guy like him. Caden Weechen. I don't know why I said that, but Caden Weechen with a big touchdown there, penning the extra point, and that is good. It's now 28-17. We are at 11-11. Make a wish, folks. Fourth quarter coming down to the end. Coming down to the end of this one here, and the Steelers with a nice, comfortable lead now, 11-point difference. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with more right after this. Actually, hold on. We got a flag here. So is this going to be against Buffalo? So it sounds like it's going to... Another unnecessary roughness penalty. Oh, they're going to go for 2. So if they go for 2 and get it, it's going to be 29-17. But if they don't, it's going to remain 27-17. The kick was good as we were about to go to commercial break. Or not here, but they were about to go to commercial break. But so let's see what Drew Aller is going to be able to do here. As you see Mason Rudolph there. Darian Mathis has had a nice night so far. On the screen right now. So we'll see what the Steelers can do here on this 2-point conversion. That's a good point. I mean, if it was early in the game, yeah, I would advise just keeping the field goal, but got to see what you can do here especially with the new coaching staff here. All right, so they're going for 2. Max Hurlman at the top of the screen. Drew Aller. What can these guys do with a 2-point conversion? Aller's got the ball. He's going to throw it, and he's going to be just short. Had a chance. Did not get it. It was cool. I mean, he had it, but he just didn't get. He didn't get the ball in the end zone. So it'll be 27-17. Make a wish, people. It's 11-11 in the fourth. We're back with more after this. All right, we are back, everybody. I missed the Buffalo Bills field goal drive. It ended with a field goal, but Shane Buechele made a hell of a throw to Max Tomczak, who caught a really good catch right there. So that was the one thing he missed in particular. Steelers defense were able to cut him down to at least a field goal. So there you go. Yeah, let's not go ahead and relive the horrors of the wild card game from 2024 against the Buffalo Bills. Can we not do that, please? Thank you. Like, why do I want to relive that memory? So this is still somewhat of a game here as Tommy Doman kicks this one away. It'll be a touchback for the Steelers. Drew Aller has been doing pretty good so far, but can this Steelers team finish the job? I mean, it's now a touchdown game with about 6:17 to go here in the fourth quarter as we get a nice look at Highmark Stadium at night, which, yeah, it'll look nice at night, but it doesn't seem like it's pitch perfect all across the board here. By the way, scoring update, we have halftime in the Cleveland-New England game. It's 27-13, Cleveland with the lead. And Las Vegas has a 9-6 lead over San Francisco as they're starting the third quarter. Here in Buffalo, though, Heidenreich with a couple of yards on that one, tackled by Mathis and Gaines for about 2. 2nd and 8 coming up as we are now at 6 minutes to go in this one here as the Steelers are just trying to run this clock down. Definitely an improvement over last week, that's for certain, especially in the fact that the Steelers actually scored points in this game. I don't know. I'm still very mixed on what I've been seeing from the Steelers so far. 2nd and 8. I have to wait to see what Aaron Rodgers can do once he gets back on the field. Before I can really get excited for this team. Aller to throw. Throws it. Completes. That is to Cornell Powell for a 16-yard gain there, and that's a first down. That's his first time catching a ball tonight. Cornell Powell, I think he's a rookie. No, he's not. He's been around. He actually has he has 2 Super Bowls with the Chiefs, played with the Texans, was on the Steelers practice squad the year before, so they brought him back again. Why are they saying Cole Burgess? It's Cornell Powell. Just said Cole Burgess. What the hell? 1st and 10. Aller again to throw. Gotta be careful here. That's complete. That's again to Powell. Yeah, I just said Cole Burgess on the television. Who's Cole Burgess? There is literally no one named Cole Burgess on Wikipedia, so let's see if there's Cole Burgess. Says he's a Steelers wide receiver, but 85 is Cornell Powell, or is that his name? Oh, there he is, up at the top there. Okay, they have 285s at wide receiver. That's why it wasn't making any sense why it was Burgess there. But 2nd and 6, Heidenreich again. And not much doing there. Gets about 2 on that one. Dwayne Carter on the tackle there. So it'll be 3rd down as the clock continues to run. 4 minutes to go. Steelers trying to drain as much clock as they can. Buffalo trying to get the ball back here. To the very least tie the game. 3rd and 4. Third and 4. Aller fires it, going for the home run ball, not there. Once again intended for Cornell Powell. So it's now a fourth down, and what are they going to do here? It looks like Drew Aller staying on the field. I think they're going for it. This might be a mistake. But again, kind of like with the 2-point conversion, you got to see if you can make this work, especially with a new regime. I do not like this decision. I do not like this decision at all. 4th and 4. Have to get to the 37 for the first down. 3:26 to go. Aller to throw. Aller's got to hurry. Aller, and that is incomplete. Intended for Jacoby James. So it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Buffalo with a chance to tie the game up here to wrap up the preseason. Just ran a play during the commercial break, but it was for nothing. Incomplete pass by Shane Buechele, intended for Dante Pettis. 2nd down coming up. Clock stops at 3:16. Bills down by 7. Once again, a reminder, next time we see you on the Sunday Night NFL Rewatch, it'll be the Colts and the Chiefs in Week 2 on a Sunday night on September the 20th. 2nd and 10. Buechele to throw. That ball is tipped. Caught again by Buechele. And does get out of bounds. As Welchon gets the tackle there. So Buechele caught it and then lost 4 yards on the play. We can't all be Marcus Mariota in the wild card game against Kansas City, if you remember that. So 3rd and 14. And Buffalo will probably go for it on 4th down here too. Julius Welchoff on that tackle there, by the way. 3rd and 14. Buechele wide open in the empty backfield. Fires, completes, gets a first down. That's Dante Pettis, and the Bills are moving. 16 yards on that one. That's Dante Pettis' first catch of the game after 3 targets. And it looks like we're going to the 2-minute warning in this one. So the Bills are set. They are in Pittsburgh territory. Drama building here. We could have a tie when it's all said and done, or do the Bills risk it and go for 2? We'll find out. 2-minute warning. Back with the conclusion after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. 2 minutes left in this game here. Steelers up by 7. But it may not last very long if Buffalo continues on this drive that they're on. They're already in the Pittsburgh territory with 2 minutes to go. Every team still has their timeout, so this one is far from over. Excuse me, sorry. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Buechele has been at the helm of this game all night long. Can he get a touchdown drive going? Buechele's going to throw it. Going deep down the field. He's got a man down there, and that is incomplete. And there goes the flag for pass interference. Of course they're going to wait until it matters the most. Quick, easy 1st and goal. That's on Taman Limon, the defensive pass interference there. So it takes him all the way to the 7-yard line. 40-yard penalty on that. They don't go pass interference at all for most of the night, but then they wait until the final 2 minutes, and then right there. Typical refs. Typical refs. 1st and goal from the 7 for the Buffalo Bills. Give it to Wheeler. And it's down close to the goal line. Ian Wheeler, 6 yards. I hope Pittsburgh's going to take their timeout soon. At this point, I just let Buffalo score. Second and goal, the 1. Buchel, will he put it in himself? Nope, he's going to give it to Werner, and Werner's going to get stopped. Clock is going to continue to run. Oh, maybe not. Pittsburgh takes a timeout. So with 1:07 to go, that's Jameson with the tackle there. So we'll stop right here in time. With about 1:07 to go here, we're about 8 minutes away from the last game of the night kicking off, the Rams and the Chargers. That's on NFL Network. Of course, we won't be covering that one here. But I'm running out of space here, so we might have to end as soon as the game ends here without giving you a proper recap. But we'll wait to see what happens. 3rd down and goal here. Pittsburgh with 2 timeouts left. Buchel, 196 yards, 26 of 38 for the night. Can he get a touchdown drive going here to give the Bills potentially a tie or a lead? Wheeler in the backfield. They'll give it to him again, and Wheeler's going to walk it in for the touchdown. And the Buffalo Bills are an extra point away from tying or potentially a 2-point lead away. A 2-point conversion away from taking the lead, and it looks like they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for the win, potentially. Which probably means they're going to get it. Yep. Joe Brady's first year as the head coach. Been the offensive coordinator for a couple of years now. Can they end this with a 1-point lead with 1:06 to go? A lot of space at the top there. Buchel gonna try to throw it. Buchel fires, and then it's caught for the 2-point conversion. And it's 28-27, the Bills' first lead since the first quarter. To Dante Pettis, and don't look now, folks, but the Steelers may have just blown this one away. 1:06 to go. And the good news, here's the good news, though. These games don't matter. Now, if this was during the regular season, then I'd be pissed. I would have been throwing stuff. In a way, I'm glad I'm not doing the Falcons-Steelers game, because if the Falcons won that game, I would have not been in the right mindset. That's why I avoided all the Steelers primetime games this season. So the Steelers will have 1:06 to try to take the lead back. All they need is a field goal, but you have to be smart here if you're Drew Aller. All right, here we go. Crunch time. Tommy Doman to kick this one away, and it will be a touchback with 1:06 to go. Drew Aller has been pretty good in this preseason. He's definitely definitely outdone Will Howard. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm really going to have to, shut this off immediately after we're done here, because I'm running out of space here. Gonna be lucky if I'm able to get this into one video, but 1st and 10. A lot of time left, but you got to be able to get into field goal range, and the sideline has to be your friend here. From the 35-yard line, about 30 yards away from possibly getting into Boswell territory. Aller to throw. Got time, fires, that's complete. And Cornell Powell does get it out of bounds, stops the clock with 59 seconds after only a gain of about what are we looking at here? Possibly three yards, I think. I think it was 3 yards. Why isn't this updating ESPN? There's Boswell waiting for his opportunity. 2nd and 7. Yeah, it's 3 yards. Aller to throw again. Fires it. That's complete. Incomplete. McCree would have had the first down if he held the ball. So now it's going to be 3rd and 7. Third and 7, 53 seconds to go. Got a long way to go to get into Boswell territory. You got to focus on getting the first down. Don't try to get it immediately. Aller to throw. Aller going forward, fires, and that is broken up, incomplete. 48 seconds to go, 1 play left. 4th and 7. Just a little too high for him. For number 23, Jacoby Keeney-James. So here we go. Last play of the game, possibly. 4th and 7. Aller to throw, goes for the deep ball, broken up, incomplete. And that may have done it. Yep, Steelers have 2 timeouts, but it's not going to matter. Brutal. Brutal finish. And they're not even going to try to risk it. That's the way it's going to come to an end, folks. Steelers are going to lose this one. Buffalo is going to be 3-0 in the preseason. 28-27, that's your final score, and that's going to do it for us here. So, with all that said, thank you so much for joining me on this, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun for a little bit, for a good chunk of it, and then first couple minutes of the first quarter, and then the fourth quarter. What can you do? Get better, but when the games matter, Mike McCarthy. Anyway, with all that said, I'm heading out of here. See you guys on September 20th. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
The following has been a presentation of the Reviewing Network Sports.